Hi, I'm Mrs.D. Math. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to be covering surface area of cylinders in 8th grade math. There's another video covering the surface area of prisms. You can find that linked below. A cylinder is a 3D shape with congruent parallel circular bases. The surface area is the area of the bases plus the curved surface area. So this is our cylinder. And we've already covered how to find the volume of a cylinder. That video will also be linked below. The bases of your cylinder are always going to be the congruent parallel circular parts. And then your height is the distance between those two circular bases. The radius there is marked. That's the distance halfway across your circular base. If we were to unwrap this, we can see here that we have our two circular bases. There's still one in green to show you that it's still part of the same thing. And then if we were to cut this height at a certain point and unwrap it, it's actually going to be a rectangle. So in order to find the area, the surface area of this cylinder, we would need to find the area of each circle, which they're the same. So if we find the area of one circle, we can double it. And then we would have to find the area of the rectangle. The area of your rectangle is going to be your base times your height. And this base, if we were to wrap it back up and make this back into a cylinder, the length of this base is going to be the same distance as all the way around the circle. So it's the same as the circumference of the circle. So let's look here at the formula. So our formula for the volume of a cylinder is going to be 2 pi r squared, the area of the circle base times 2, because we have 2 of them, plus 2 times pi times r, which is our circumference, and then times the height. So the circumference is this length right here. So this b is your 2 pi r. But then we still have to multiply times the height in order to find the area of this portion that wraps around to make the cylinder. So we're going to use 3.14 for pi. Here's our cylinder. So we're just going to plug in the numbers into our formula and then solve. So first we have the area of the circle. S equals 2 times pi r squared. So our radius is 5. Pi, we're using 3.14. So this is the area of the base, the circular base, the area of your circle times 2. Then we're going to add 2 times pi times the radius, which was 5, times your height, which is 9. So this is the circumference of your circle times your height. So now we just have to solve. So I know I have to square my 5 first. 5 squared is 25, plus over here I can go ahead and multiply my 5 times 9, which is 45. Then if I solve this first part, I get 157. If I solve for the lateral area, I get 282 and 6/10. And then when I add those together, I end up with 439 and 6/10 inches squared. Again, we're still finding the area. So that's the surface area is the area of all the surfaces added together. And I end up with inches squared. So just to go back over our formula here, we have the area of the base, the circle, times 2, because we have 2 of those. And then we had to find the distance around the circle, because that's the length of the part that goes around. And then I have to multiply that by my height. So that's going to be your base times height of the cylinder part between the two bases. Thanks for joining me today for surface areas of cylinders in 8th grade math. I hope this video helped you understand how to break down the formula and what each part means. I'm Mrs.D. Math. Have a great day. Bye.